So you can see this directed graph. The question is, you have to find, the question is, find the shortest distance between every pair of vertices using definitely which algorithm? Warshaw's algorithm. Okay, or you can simply say Floyd-Warshaw's algorithm. So this is the question that is given to us, that you have to find the shortest distance between any given pair of vertices. Okay, so I already explained what is the meaning of shortest distance and why do we need the Floyd-Warshaw's algorithm, all those things. So let's start with the process of Floyd-Warshaw's algorithm. So what exactly is the algorithm? I'll just explain while doing this question. I'll not write any algorithm or something. So what is the step one? Step one is to construct the initial weighted matrix. I'm denoting that weighted matrix by D and with a 0 here. That is the initial weighted matrix. Okay. So let's construct the initial weighted matrix. You know how to compute the initial weighted matrix. So this is equals to Wij. Okay. And I'll call this 0. Where how do you construct a weighted matrix? You know, right? So I'll not write what is Wij. You know the meaning of Wij, which is the weights. You know how to construct the weighted matrix. Whenever there is an edge, you write that there entry. Whenever there is no edge, you write infinity. So this is my weighted matrix. So let's construct D0. So what is your D0? Initial weighted matrix. So A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So let's very quickly write down the weights. A to B, A to A will always be 0 because there is no loops also, and even if there are loops, we'll try to avoid that. So A to A is 0, A to B is 3, A to C is 7, and A to D I cannot see a direct edge. I can see edge from D to A, but no edge from A to D directly. So I'll put here infinity. Right? So next B. So B to A, I can see a direct edge having a length 8. This is definitely going to be 0. B to C, I cannot see a direct edge from B to C, so infinity. And B to D I can see 2. No problem with that. Now C to A, I can see a direct edge from C to A, as you can see, that is 2. C to B, I cannot see any direct edge from C to B, so 0. C to C is also 0, and C to D, I cannot see a direct edge, so it is also 0. No, hold on. Why 0? Infinity, no? So this will be 0, but this will be infinity, this will be infinity, because there is no direct edge between C to B, so the distance is infinity, and C to D, the distance is infinity because I cannot see any direct edge from C to D. And lastly, D to A is 5, D to B I do not see any direct edge, D to C is 1, and D to D is 0. So this is how you construct a weighted matrix, as already explained in the last class. So this is your initial weighted matrix. So I hope you have no doubt understanding the initial weighted matrix. So what is the step 2? So this is the formula for computing another weight matrix. So construct, so we'll try to update the values of this matrix using a suitable formula, and that will give you shortest distance between any pair of vertices, but that will take a lot of time. So construction of the new weighted matrix so construction of the new weighted matrix, which is based on the formula so you don't have to remember the formula, just to write down the formula, and I'll give you a shortcut way of computing this weighted matrix. So this is K, which is minimum of Wij K minus 1 Wil K minus 1 plus Wlj K minus 1. Just to write down this formula, I'll explain. So where dk dk like this, dk comprises of this weights. Stop when all the rows are exhausted. So don't worry what I have written here, I'll explain you one by one. So before that, so once we have this weighted matrix, what we are going to do is, with the help of this weighted matrix, we'll construct a new weighted matrix, and we will do it for every row. So what I mean by this, so let's construct the new weighted matrix. So there is a shortage of space, I'll be doing here, okay? I don't know. Okay, so I have written the D0 matrix here. Now we'll construct D1. So you don't have to look at the graph anymore. Try to understand my point, okay? No need to look at the graph. Only D0 matrix is enough to construct D1. So as you know, D1 stands for going via the first vertex. So previously I was going B to C directly, but now I'll be going from B to A and then A to C. So which was already mentioned, right? So this will not change because this is already going via A, and this will not change. And these diagonals never change, 0, 0, 0. Now try to understand my point. Previously I was going B to C directly. What was the distance? Infinity, because there was no edge. Now I will go from B to C. Via A. So B to C via A. So try to understand my point. So I'll first go from B to A. So what is the distance from B to A? It's 8. Then from A to C, it's 7. So see, initially I was going from B to C, but now, so the distance was infinity. Now I am going B to A and then A to C. So what is the distance to go from B to A? It's 8. And what is the distance to go from A to C? A to C is 7. So what is the distance to go from B to C? 15. It is minimum than infinity. So it is less than infinity, so 15 comes here. So again, I was going B to D directly, the distance was 2. Okay, so B to D, the distance was 2. Now I will go via the first vertex. So B to A and then A to D. So B to A is how much? 8. B to A is how much? 8. And B to D is how much? sorry, a to d is how much? It's infinity. So it is infinity only which is bigger than 2. So 2 remains same. So the work of the graph is just to give you the weighted matrix. Now all the things will revolve around this one. Now you see C2B. C2B. So I'll first go C2A. So C2A is how much? 2. Right? C2A is 2. And then A to C. Sorry, A to B. See, let me write it down. C to B. So initially C to B was how much? Infinity. Okay. Now what I'll be doing? I'll be going C to A and then A to B. So C to A is how much? 2. And A to B. So A to B is how much? 3. So how much? 5. So 5 is less than infinity. It comes 5. Now C to D. Now you'll see I will give you a shortcut now. You don't have to think this much. So let me use a different color of paint. I'm just underlining this one. Which row and which column was fixed? This row and this column was fixed. Everything else will come from these two rows and this row and this column. What will be here? 2 plus infinity or minimum of previous one. Remember this one comes from this number and this number. This is the sum of this number from this number and this number. Why? C to A and A to D. So we'll add it. 2 plus infinity is infinity. Initially also it was infinity. No change here. See here. This place I want to know, right? This place I want to know. So initially it was infinity. Now you see, you have to sum up this number and this number. 5 and 3. Why? D to A and then A to B. So this is sum of these two quantities. 5 plus 3. It is 8. Initially it was infinity. So it comes 8 now. And lastly, this one. So this is the sum of 5 and 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. But initially it was 1. So 1 remains as it is. Am I clear? So now let's go for constructing the new matrix D2. So A, B, C, D, name of the vertices. A, B, C, D, name of the vertices. Now what will not change? The second row and second column will not change this time because we are going through via the second vertex. So copy paste from here. This will be copied like this. Okay. And this will be copied like this. So this two will not change. And this zeros definitely will not change because you cannot get less than 0. And diagonally it will always be 0. That is the minimum. Okay. Now what I said, I'll just show you one more step then. Initially I was going A to C, the distance required was 7. Now I will go via B. That means initially if I was going A to 7, the distance required was 7. A to C is 7. But now I will go via B. So A to B and then B to C. So A to B is how much? It's 3. And B to C is how much? It's 15. So 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 is bigger than 7. No need to replace. So 7 will be copied. So again you notice one thing. I was supposed to fill up this blank, this box. So it was a sum of this number. It was a sum of this and this row, right? So 3 plus 15, it is 18. So you have to just focus on this row, this column and this row. I'll tell you why. So that will be very easier to fill up the boxes or the blanks. See, I want to fill up here. So 3 plus 2. It was 5. Initially it was infinity. I can change now. Why 3 plus 2? You can see I was going A to D directly. A to D directly is infinity. Right? Now A to B. So A to B is 3. Okay. And then B to D. B to D is 2. So just see this one and add them. 5. Initially it was infinity. So it becomes 5. So now I can do it very quickly. This will be 8 plus 5. You see, this is, so you will find this is this one and this one intersection, right? This column, sorry, this row and then this column. So this and this. So 8 plus 5 is 13. Initially it was 2. So 2 remains 2. This one is nothing but 5 plus 2. This one is nothing but 5 plus 2. But initially it is infinity, so it will change. This one is nothing but 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 5. Because it will not change. This one is 15 plus 8. It will not change. It will remain 1. Did you understand my point?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's construct similarly D3 and D4. Okay. So what is the matrix D4? Or sorry, D3 firstly. So for D3, I only need D2 matrix once. So A, B, C, D, E, B, C, D. Right? So very quickly let's do it. So what we'll do? So third row and third column will remain fixed. So 2, 5, 0, 7, and third one 7, 15, 0, 1, and this all will be 0. Okay, now remember one thing, everything will be made up of sum of these two, this one and this one. So let me write with a different color pen, that will be better now. Yeah. So everything will be the sum of this row and this column. Let's fill up very quickly. So what is this? It is 7 plus 5, 12. Initially it was 3. No need to change. This one is 7 plus 7 is 14. Initially it was 5. No need to change. This one is 15 plus 2, 17. Initially it was 8. No need to change. 7 plus 15. Initially it was 2. No need to change. This is, be very careful, 2 plus 1. You see? 2 plus 1, that is 3. Initially it was 5, we will change. This is 5 plus 1, 6. So I hope you are understanding. So to find this box, I will see this number and I will see this number. Which row and which column is not changing? The intersection. So I will see 5 plus 1 is 6, but initially it was 8, so this will become 6. So this is your matrix D3. And we have the final matrix D4. Why there is the final one? Because I know that that is the last vertex. D4 is your last vertex, right? So let's very quickly do D4. I'll do it very quickly here. D4. Just like this. So A, B, C, D. So again A, B, C, D. So what is this? It is, so third, fourth row and fourth column will not change. So 5, 2, 7, 0, 3, 6, 1, and rest all this diagonal will always be 0. Okay, now let's do it. So this is the sum of 5 and 6. Sum of 5 and 6 is 11. Initially it was 3. No need to change. Sum of 5 and 1 is 6. Initially it was 7. We will change it. 2 plus 3 is 5. Initially it was 8. We will change it. 3. Initially it was 15. We will change it. 10. No need to change. 13. No need to change. This is your matrix that gives you the shortest path between any pair of vertices. So what is the shortest path to go from A to B is 3. What is the shortest path to go from C to A is 2. You can see from here. So what is the shortest path to go from C to A? It is 2. Let's see from C to D. So C to D is 2, 3, 5 to 7. It is coming 7. You see, C to D is 7. So the matrix D4 gives the shortest distance, between any two vertices. So this is your final answer. You can read all the values from here. This is the matrix that gives you the shortest distance between any two pair of vertices. Okay, so this time the weights are negative, so maybe that has some significance. I'm not going into that detail, but if some weights are negative, so there may be some significance for that. We don't care about that, but the process remains exactly same. You have to take negative weights only. So let's come. I'll not write much this time. Let's very quickly compute the first initial matrix. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time the name of the vertices is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's fill up this one very quickly. So 1 to 1 is always be 0. 1 to 2 is 3. I should use a different color pen. So this is 0. This is 3. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is how much? It's not there. It's infinite. Sorry, 1 to 3 is there, no? Yeah, it's 8, no? Right? 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is not there. It's infinity. 1 to 5 is there. It's minus 4. Okay? Then 2 to 1 is infinity. So you can fill this up. This is 0. This is again infinity. And 2 to 4 and 5 is there. It is 1 and 7. So you can fill up the matrix this way very quickly. So 3 to 2 is 4. Then 0. Infinity. Infinity. Let's go to 4. So how much? 4 to 3 is minus 5. 4 to 4 will be 0. And what is 4 to 1 is 2. And there is no other. So infinity, infinity. And this one definitely infinity, infinity, infinity. It is only going and 0. Only going to 4, having the length 6. So this is your initial weighted matrix. I'll just construct D1 and I'll leave rest as your homework. That means you will compute D2, D3, D4, D5. D5 will be answer. You can send it to me, I can check. So let me very quickly compute D1 so that you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no need to see the graph now. We just focus on the matrix D0. So for D1, the first row and the first column is not going to change. So this is infinity, infinity to infinity, right? And this will also not change. Now we can start filling up the other gaps. Just this much is enough. So as already said, 2 to 2 will be 0, no problem. So 2 to 3. So now I have infinity because this is giving me, you just have to look at this row and this column. So this is always be infinity due to this fact, right? This is always infinity due to this fact. So none of the values will change because always this is going to be bigger because this is 8 plus infinity. This is infinity plus infinity. This is minus 4 plus infinity. So this is always going to be bigger. So copy that one as it is. Similarly, this will also not going to change because whatever you add here, that will be added with infinity. So this is always be going to be bigger. So this is just, yes. Now you see this one. So now it is 2 plus 3, 5. Now it is 2 plus 3, 5. And initially it was infinity. So 5 has come. 2 plus 8 is 10. Initially it was minus 5. Minus 5 is smaller. Minus 5 remains. 2 plus infinity. So what will happen, you know, this will remain as it is. And now I have 2 plus minus 4 is minus 2. And initially it was infinity, so minus 2 is smaller. And because again there is infinity, whatever you add, this is infinity, 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 infinity. So the values will not change. We'll copy the previous values only. Did you get my point? How did I construct a D1? Yeah. And you also have got a hint. If your column has, if your fixed column and fixed row, fixed column and fixed row has infinities, that row or that column will not change because whatever you do, that is going to remain infinity, so that will not change. I will not complete this sum due to the shortage of time. So you can complete by yourself. You send me the D5 matrix. If there is some mistake, I will rectify. Okay. So in your answer, negative values may also come because this is a graph having negative weights which has some significance. It may not represent the distance this time, but it may represent some another connections. So this is all about fluid virtual algorithm. Okay.